protect our hearts from all our foes. But if their praise is that far all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Held to Biafra, consecrated nation, O fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending we shall be a dedication, spilling our blood we count a privilege. The waving standard which emboldens the free shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed we'll pass. When we are poised the wounds of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets build the glorious song of victory. We scarred our minds around. Oh God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movement lest we go astray. Give us the strength to hear the humanist call, to give and not to count their cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this climb a land of righteousness.
Bible clearly shows where the true Israelites are and where the Messiah is going to gather his people. Judah, he's going to gather from the four corners of the earth. But the other tribes, he will gather from beyond the rivers of Cush in Africa.
Candle in the night that came and blew us away,
and like a thief in the night that came and stole it away.
We've been on the bondage for so long, we need a light.
All the Biafrans should stand up, rise up for your freedom.
Race of freedoms.
Better when we fighting for our freedom.
will keep on believing and fighting to the end of time. We can't we won't. Hey.
Babylon them walkers of iniquity. Brutality them can never see. The rising of the sun.
And the futures of tomorrow. Now give them the strength they need. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Freedom song. Freedom. Yeah, we freedom. Freedom. And together we save our land. We need that freedom song. Freedom song. Save our land. Freedom song. And together we save our land. Freedom. Freedom. Freedom song. And together we save our land. Together forever, forever. Freedom song. Yeah, yeah. And together we save our land.
Fight for our pride.
Freedom song. And together we save our land. Oh, freedom song. Freedom song. Freedom song. Save our land. Deliver me, Lord, I wanna live forever. Fight for your right. Deliver me, I wanna live forever. Fight for your right.
Yeah, this is another day. This is a brand new dawn. The land of freedom, rising sun. That is my new home.
I know that we can, we stick to the plan, my brother, we headed for freedom. Monkeys are jumping around this new west where we own the kingdom.
People believe we can have it. All over dream are united. Think of a things that we can achieve. Let out this song for all my people to rhyme it. Yo.
Freedom without no chains, fasting without no brains. That was a freedom fighter, pilot side and right up,
I'm a freedom fighter, I can never walk away. With the rising sun, we are here to stay.
We're fighting for our rights. It's time to make it right. It's not a crime for you to fight all that to get survive.
Everything they say, have a time. This is our time, let's rise and fight for freedom.
We are living in the prison of our own creation, but we love. We will murder the nation.
Me wonder why discrimination everywhere. The word of the poor and the one of the richer.
You are fighting with gun, I am fighting with love. I'm showing you love, you are showing me gun.
After much rain, the sun will shine again. As we can see, monkey and donkey, they are not the same.
Senior Rasta man, me not tell you how I feel. In a Milan, they ma make a feel so
See, I can take it no more. Say the skilling is getting too far.
Together we save our land. Freedom song. And together we save our land. It's a freedom song.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people wherever you are all over the world. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you good night, depending on your time zone. As always, this is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station. Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station is being anchored by Diokpa Uche Ukafomefo. Diokpa Uche Ukafomefo hails from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He is the man who has assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. This is one truth I do not expect everyone to understand the mindset behind those words. But one day you shall, and that day is almost upon us. By the special grace of the Almighty Creator, I remain George Onyibe. I hail from Agbo. Agbo is in Anyoma province. Anyoma province is in Delta State, and of course, like I always say, every piece of land in Delta State is Biafra land. I want to use this opportunity as customary demand to acknowledge every member of the de facto customary government, those who are saddled with the responsibility of reorganizing the stage or the platform for our people to progress, because in the presence of progressive minded individuals we cannot allow ourselves to be mesmerized. And so starting from our daddy in the Lord Mazu Bidi Obienu down to Dr. Okado, of course I cannot proceed without acknowledging the chairperson Alhaji Asari Dokubo, who is being deputized by our sister Ada Rita Anebogo, Mazi Uchenna Egono, of course our brother Uchenna Asibu, our director Mazi Uche Ukafo Mefo. I acknowledge Dr. Nwukinkwo, yes, Mbadike, Mazi Bidi Obinu, Mazi Ukum, all our administrators, Biafra Nation Alliance, all the continental administrators, members of the board of trustees. You are all highly appreciated and your sacrifice will not be in vain. Names are too numerous to mention. Agunwanye, Ada Biafra, Bruno, Chokode, all of you working in the media platform, Awili, you are all highly appreciated. I just do not see how possible it is for me to continue without acknowledging all of you men and women of goodwill. But of course I will move on to acknowledge, as always, the indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu. It's unfortunate most of you has been hauled down, many of you have been killed, but how I wish you will be able to turn back, make amends. It is not too late. The only thing you know how to do is to antagonize everybody, hijack everything, hijack cable. You make sure you mess everybody around, but in the end you are messing yourself up. I actually was thinking we are going to celebrate the declaration of Biafra today, and then we continue to wait for those giving order. Indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu, I am back again. We go nowhere, but you will not understand. I encourage you, come and insult, come and talk rubbish. We are used to your nonchalant attitude, so it doesn't make any sense, but rather we keep calling you as a misguided brother to retrace your footstep, because the darkness itself has cast its shadow upon us as a people. But we will fight in the shade. We fight in the dark to serve the light, and we will not give an inch to the enemy of our people, mortal enemy of Biafra who comes in disguise. And this having been said, I will have to acknowledge the Creator, Chukwokika Biama, the one who sits in heaven and has placed our foot upon this path that we must follow, because without him we are gone as a people. Anyị na-aja gị mma n'ihi na ị mara mma, ịhụnanya na gị, obiọma gị o juru anya dadi o, inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dịghị onye dịka gị, ịbụ Alpha na Omega dadi. Anyị niile na-asị na n'ịdị mma o. Ise. And of course, this having been said, without wasting much of our time, I will want us to briefly go to a topic I titled Learning from Those Who Are Principled. Learning from those people who are principled. That is our topic this evening. And to enable us understand where we are going to, it is important we understand the meaning of principle. Principle is a fundamental truth or position that serves as the foundation for a system of belief or behavior, or for a chain of reasoning. Principle. It is the foundational truth. It is the proposition that serves as the foundation for a system of belief or behavior for a chain of reasoning. I remember in my early days when I was working with a mentor, Barrister Ngenebu, late Barrister Ngenebu. I really don't like much about him then because he was old, and then I was very young, and in his chamber it was almost impossible to flow with him. He's even older than my father at that time. Barrister Ngenebu was a principled man. He writes abnormally, he speaks abnormally, he dresses abnormally, and he will not want to function like normal people. But I'm glad I was able to communicate with him, asking certain questions concerning his principle and modus operandi. And then he led me into the knowledge he has. And from that day, I thank God that I met people like that in my life. When someone is principled, they know the foundational truth. When people are principled, right and wrong does not make any difference any further. But then you begin to receive revelation and insight, not just to protect your immediate environment, but at the same time to promote those who will come after them. I would not want to go in details regarding the encounter, but through him I learned principle. And it is expected that every Biafran across the globe, this is the time we must learn principle. We must initiate principle. We must be guided by principle, because the night is far spent already. In tonight's broadcast, I want us to review some of the secrets behind the successful hijack of the Nigerian state by the Fulani, and the advantage of the Yoruba upping their own game to meet with the Nigerian politics. If you know how many Biafrans youth that has been killed in Imo State, maybe some of you, your views and opinion, your position in the current state Biafra agitation platform will change. They started from Imo State. They are still killing Imo people. They moved on to Ebonyi State. If you know the number of youth that are being slaughtered on daily basis in Ebonyi State, and one will begin to wonder, what is the essence of politics? What is the essence of government? What is the essence of our existence? And in less than 1 month, the same killing has been going on in Anambra State. And it's amazing. When it happens, we rejoice. And then one begin to wonder, are we still the same breed with noble men and women who has walked this earth before us? I just cannot get it. A known government went to evangelism. What exactly are we fighting for? Most of you think it's about election or no election. Somebody just sued all of us. But it's unfortunate, somebody just sued all of us. And then those who do not understand the game that is playing on, what are they doing? They are rejoicing. Unknown gunmen, we will sit at home, we will kill our people. Is it all about PDP? Is it all about APC? Is it all about Abga? Is it all about Igbo presidency? Is it all about having Fulani cabals on the power? Let us learn from people who are principled. Let us review some of the secrets behind what enables the Fulani to hijack the Nigerian state. A brother said it's not population, because the Fulani don't have the population to dominate Nigeria. And then on the other hand, you have the Yoruba, the Oduduwa. They may not be able to hijack Nigeria, but they are always standing by, ready to upgrade their game in order to survive at any given time. And they are not doing well for themselves. And then you come to Biafra land. The people who supposedly are more enlightened, the people who supposedly are more traveled, more learned, more read, the people, if I will say, more coordinated, the people, if I will say, who has our fathers who has gone before us, who has ancestors who care for us. Where have we found ourselves? What exactly are we doing to ourselves? There is a reason the de facto customary government exists, and I will also remind you that there is a need, a reason why the Biafran Nation Alliance are here. Numerous pro-Biafran groups are standing by and doing all that is necessary and all that they can do. And most of them do not understand the divine influence that even move them in what they are doing. But it's just a matter of time. All of you will understand. Our father before us, they were very principled. And each time I review their exploit, I sometimes doubt if we are all the same breed. We can go back and look at the generation of 60s. Of course, when I talk about the generation of 60s, I'm talking about not just the generation of Biafrans who walked this earth between 1967 and 1970. We have had great men and women of exploit even before them. I do not understand the kind of progressive minded individuals these people are. Are we going to talk about Akanebia? Are we going to talk about Father Mbono? Are we going to talk about Enahuru? Are we going to talk about Tafawa Balewa? Are we going to talk about Obafemi Awolowo? Are we going to talk about Nnamdi Azikiwe? Are we going to talk about Dele Igiwa? Are we going to talk about Ambrose Ali? Are we going to talk about Sam Mbakwe? Are we going to talk about so many Nigerians who actually, one way or the other, want the good for Nigeria? These people, irrespective of the region they come from, they played a very unique role for their people. But focusing on Biafran tonight, where are the likes of these people whose name have been mentioned? Because like I said, I'm not sure we are the same breed. We now have politicians who can even encourage the assassination of their community just to be in power. We have the like of criminal minded individual, and you know they say no, don't castigate, don't say anybody. For God's sake, what do we want? For God's sake, those who had nothing built the current society we enjoy today. But we that has the foundation laid already for us has nothing to show. We have nothing to offer. Let me remind us that when we came out here to agitate for Biafra restoration, under the platform of IPOB, being influenced, controlled by noble men and women, and I give it to all of them, 90% of which are considered as saboteurs today by our misguided brothers. Our brother Nnamdi Kanu, the saboteur creator, was assigned, given the position to lead, because there must be a leader. He took the mantle of leadership, and then the more they make money, the more he get his own share. He collect from politician, he collect from pure water seller, he collect from Maimai and Agidi seller, he collect from keke na pepe driver and Okada rider, he collect from everybody. Stinkingly rich, traveling the world with private jet. But you won't understand. And then he become God. Nobody could talk to him any longer. Nobody could caution him any longer. Nobody could advise him any longer. He told us, we will get Biafra without shooting a gun. And today we are playing guitar, we are not shooting gun. He made it clear that he was given 5 southeast states, that he refused it. Buhari gave Nnamdi Kanu the 5 states in the southeast, because you need to follow men and women who are principled. It starts by saying the truth, the foundational truth. He said they gave him president, vice president. He rejected it. And by the time we begin to review what Buhari has given to Nnamdi Kanu, according to him, to leave agitation of Biafra, one will begin to wonder, what else are we looking for? Practically, the issue of Biafra looks like it looks like we are not following what is really going on. Let us see, so that we will not lie against him, and then we review some of these issues here.
They sent people to come and buy me in Kuje. I said no. I was in detention. They came to me, offered me everything, and I said no. They gave me vice president of Nigeria, and I said no. Are you insane?
Now let's look at it again.
They sent people to come and buy me in Kuje. I said no. I was in detention. They came to me, offered me everything, and I said no. They gave me vice president of Nigeria, and I said no. Are you insane?
Now this is Nnamdi Kanu telling you. They ask you, because some of you now, you are trying to hide from your evil, but you are not going anywhere. Nobody will reduce Biafra agitation to Igbo agitation. Yes, you can fight for Igbo nation. Yes, you can fight for Ijo nation. You can fight for Anyoma nation. You can fight for Ibibio Efik Anang nation. You can fight for Idoma nation. But you see, the balkanization of the Biafran state must be healed. We must know the truth. Let me digress further, so you will understand why we must follow people who are principled. If you or Nnamdi Kanu meant well for Igbo people, he should have gone for vice president. Because the way I am seeing things, with the current happenings, Fulani with Yoruba cannot allow any Igbo man to go anywhere. I pray, oh God, that they will use shame and put Igbo man to be vice president. And now, our brother Nnamdi Kanu had the opportunity to be vice president. And then if he's vice president, he can now influence development to Igbo land. And then maybe people from South say they don't want to be Biafra, according to what the article one of my brother wrote. And then they can build Dubai in Igbo land. And then you see everybody will want to be part of it. They will be begging. Now the Kanu rejects 5 Igbo states. But now he's running from South. So what does he really want? He said they won't kill anybody. Nobody will die. We won't shoot gun. Let's finish listening
They
to
sent
that.
people to come and buy me in Kuje. I
They
said
went
no.
to buy
I
you,
was in
said no.
detention. They came to me, offered me everything, and I said
Everything.
no. They gave me vice president of Nigeria. I said
Everything.
no. Are you insane?
They gave him everything. So
Is it,
what does he want?
Poor wretched people, I'm going to be asking for money. So because anything we want to do, we do it somehow. I think you'll be full of cash.
What does he want? What does he
You
want?
man will give you money.
Buhari has given him everything. Because those of you who are out there, you are unknown gunmen, you are killing yourself. My brother, your number are dwindling already. It is not too late for us to correct our ways. Now the Kano has lost it all. And somewhere along the line, he want to mesmerize everybody. And most of you you're in fact you're wasting your life. Just look at Biafra agitation at this moment. It has become a caricature. The Nigerian army are taking their time to kill our people. They have slaughtered many Imo State youth, Imolites, Ebonyans, and now they are in Anambra. They wear masks. Anyway, we are going to kill you. There will be no election. But what does Nnamdi Kanu want? Does he want to be the governor of Abia State? Buhari can give it to him. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. Now, let us get on the track so that you understand the reason why we must work with principled people. And now, having said this tonight, let us take an insight from the Hausa Fulani strategy, because this is exactly what we should be doing in a time like this. Citing example from the Arewa Consultative Forum and their achievement. And now, the Arewa Consultative Forum, ACF, is a political and a cultural association of leaders in the northern Nigeria. It was formed in the year 2000, which has considerable influence in the political scene of Nigeria. Arewa means northerners in Hausa language, the primary language of the region. The forum is a successor to the Northern People's Congress, which collapsed after the coup of 1966. The ACF has been associated with the Arewa People Congress, APC, a militant group set up to protect the interests of the Hausa Fulani people in the north. However, this forum is committed to democratic process within the federal constitution. Let me try to break it down. In 1960, after independence, the Fulani mobilized the Hausa, or the Hausa mobilized the Fulani. They saw the ugly serpent that was rearing up his head within the Nigerian state. They know this is a country that survival of the fittest. They set up a group, and this group in 1966, the Northern People Congress, begin to organize the whole Northerners. I keep saying it. The Northern People Congress mobilized Igbo people into North. The Northern People Congress mobilized Idoma, mobilized Igala, mobilized TV, mobilized Nupe, mobilized Gwari, mobilized everybody from the boundary of the east down to the heart of the west of course, Kwara, they mobilize everybody and convert them to the Northerners. The Northern People Congress. And after the coup of 1966, a lot of things went wrong. A lot of things, our life can never be the same again. And so, the Northern People Congress metamorphose. This is also a militant group, and they changed to Arewa Conservative Forum. They say they are committed to democracy in line with the Constitution of Nigeria. They play terrorists at night, and then they play men of God, Allah, children at daytime. They covered every edge. Today, through the Arewa Consultative Forum, the Fulani, the Hausa Fulani, they rule all of us. They dominate all of us. Of course, there are other agenda going on which is not for this evening discussion. Today, with lesser population, they rule us. Today, without having the resources base, the financial base of the nation, they control the finance. Today, without going to school, they did not go to school, yet they control every academic platform. I see people say, I'm a philosopher, I'm a scientist, I'm a this. But go and look at the person that is in charge, the head of all these departments. They did not go to school. At least they can spell their name, write their name, couple one or two English, they move on. Why? Because principled men created a platform that gave them that edge. They don't shoot more than us. They are not more muscular than us, not more educated than us. We have more resources than them. And then at the end of the day, something is missing from our life. And that is why the Bible say, he pay me well. Say, I see King Pekin, they walk out for leg. And the slave Pekin, they on top of horse. I do not expect you to understand. I do not. A platform was created, and I respect them for that. I actually I listened to an audio from one Fulani man, and he said something regarding the division of Nigeria. They are not afraid of it, because that same platform has empowered them economically, socially, and otherwise. And I tell you, they are ready for anything. With the way we are going, if Nigeria is divided today, if care is not taken, Hausa Fulani will borrow us money to develop our land, because Nnamdi Kanu is fighting very hard. He want to destroy. He's going to destroy Biafra land. Destroy Biafra land, and then in 10 years we will rebuild it. Rubbish. Let's start destroying it. Destroy it very well. And meanwhile, while you are destroying it, Arewa Consultative Forum, they are turning their desert to Dubai. And we are here. They have visited. Angel is working. What happened to our brain? What are the principled men? And then some people want us to beg them. But of course, tonight I must take a break to acknowledge all of you who feel this pain, all of you who embrace this truth, all of you wherever you are all over the world. You can be in the wrong camp now, but you know the truth. You know what we really want, and you are principled. May God continue to keep all of you and give you the enablement to stand to defend the honor and the dignity of the Biafran people in a last outpost like this. It's unfortunate. This is just Arewa Consultative Forum. In the year 2000, they formed it. Moving, metamorphosing from the Northern People Congress to this very time. Check what they have achieved since 1999 till this very moment. And they are still dominating. But the Yorubas, on the other hand, in the 60s, after independence, Obafemi Awolowo injected tribalism into the system. Because even in the West, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe won the election. But I do not blame them, because it is expected. if you fail to succeed, you have eventually planned to fail. It's as simple as that. They saw the pattern the Fulani were using. They came a little bit late, but then they have to improvise. They have OPC, Odua People's Congress. It was formed as early as 1994. In 1994, OPC came up. What did they do? They brought the Kale people, they brought the Kwara people, they brought the Ife people, they brought all the Yorubas, and give them time. They will bring their people back from Benin Republic. The Yoruba did not only organize themselves from within where they found themselves across the globe, they create this platform that enabled them to control their religion. At least if they cannot have absolute control over their religion, they can influence decision. They may not have their technical know-how, economically or otherwise, but I tell you, they will give you a fight in any platform. The Odua People's Congress has created a platform that enables them to up their game anyhow you want it. They must give you tough time. They will make you sweat. So they look at religion, they control it. Very organized. You see in a Yoruba house, mama is Muslim, papa is Christian, son is native doctor, Babalawo. You never see discrimination. You never see fights. This is not because they reason faster or there is something they have that we don't have. This is because they created a platform that enables them to function unanimously. And this is where we are getting it wrong. It is time to follow principled men. You see, some things happened recently. Most of you will not understand. Anyhow it will take us to correct this menace, we will do it. You want us to fight clean, we will fight clean. You want us to fight dirty, we will fight dirty. Whatever, anyhow you want it, we are going to do it. But in the end, we cannot allow any of you to sell the next generation of Biafra. And now, immediately after the Hulobalo that took place in 1960 or 1966, the Igbo coup as they see it, Biafra land was destroyed. All platform was destroyed. Nigerians begin to empower indigenous component member nation inside Nigeria in Biafra land. They begin to write about minority report, a Efik nation, Ibibio nation, Igbo nation, Anyoma nation, Ijo nation, Urobo nation. They destroyed every platform. But then I begin to wonder, what did we do about that? We have to destroy the remaining one. Yoruba did not say Ikale nation, Modakeke nation, Ife nation, Ogun nation. Yoruba will not tell you that, because they understand the essence of putting a principled structure in place that will safeguard them. That is why if Yoruba want to hold Nigerian to ransom, even without any oil well in their land, they will hold Nigerian to ransom. Banjo is collecting his own share now. But for Biafra man to be in that position where Banjo is, maybe you will kill your whole village. You don't see Nnamdi Kanu. He want to be God. He want to be God. And then he's going to kill the whole Igbo people, the whole Igbo youth. And some of you are going to be clapping for him. You think what you are doing will give us a brighter future? No. It is emasculating us even without our knowledge. You will hear this truth too. And so the Nigerian state sponsored total disunity within Biafran territory. And today when we sit back and we hear Biafrans talk about Biafra, I do not blame any of you. Because with the level of Nnamdi Kanu Biafra, my brother, instead of that Biafra to come, God forbid. I tell you, God forbid. Because we talk about justice, we talk about fairness, we talk about equity. But Nnamdi Kanu Biafra know nothing. I punk Biafra know nothing about what you are saying. You know the truth already. The people want to vote. You say they must vote. They must not vote. If you come out, we kill you. Has Nigeria done up to that to us? Hey, Anengame, yes, we are sitting at home. TK Doziem, they are coming out to tell you, hey, we will sit at home. Sit at home for whose interest? Against our will? Because now I want to vote. I want to vote now. And then Nnamdi Kanu will say, if you come out, I will kill you. And all of you, most of you, you cannot come out. Because unknown gunmen will kill you. Nnamdi Kanu, unknown gunmen and ESM, they tried recently to blackmail Fulani. And Fulani is the one unknown gunmen. It's not Fulani. It's Nnamdi Kanu, and some cultists have hijacked it. Because he's not actually in control of unknown gunmen. But he started it. His men are almost dead, all of them. So what is the difference between what Nigerian is doing to us and what Nnamdi Kanu is doing? Hey, we must not come out. Oh, if we catch you, we will kill you. We are unknown gunmen. Where Biafra never come. And now all of you must understand. Peradventure, Nigeria divide, because Nigeria must divide. It is ordained already. What is going to come? You see, when madman start newly, it be like saying, oh, get another level. Now go see the pathway of madness. Be displaying your stupidity. Be destroying what we have. All the platform that is supposed to unite the people of Biafra and give us a platform to control our resources and give us that privilege to be the author of our destiny. Destroy all of them. You want to be governor? Abaribe, my friend, he did campaign. Unknown government didn't go there. Ichinamadu Buewu, PDP, APGA, APC, but all of us are human. All of us are Biafran. Today, if they want to zone presidency, they say we zone it to the north. And everybody say, Po Madana. And then the next time they say we zone it to the west, for instance. Yorubas will say, Abeni, Udabe. But zone it to Biafra. No, he's going to come to south. No, take it to southeast. Could remove it to riverland, upland, bottom land, the normal land, and you people cannot see the damage this one is doing to all this thing is doing to us. And then now the Kanu is still dividing us the further. You people, you have not seen a glimpse of what is going to happen to us as a people. Don't worry. Is it what Simon Bakwe bled for? Is it what Ejike Mbono died for? Is it the legacy Akanibiam left behind? You telling me this is the future Dim Chukwemeka Dimegu Ojukwu saw, and then he led the little children to the street? to defend unknown gunmen? And you think this is what we saw and we follow all of you? I know now before, I know me before. There is something that you have not seen. There is something that makes us come. There is something that makes me come into your presence, my helper. You have not seen it. You have not seen it. Let us take a little bit review on ourselves. Everywhere disorganized. Some people will stay behind. Oh, we are a job nation. We want a job presidency. My guy, the problem has just started. That is exactly what they want. Oh, we are a fake nation. We are a Biblian nation. We are Agbo nation. The more we agree on those terms, the more we lose our sovereignty politically and otherwise. The more you keep dividing. Imagine they say we zone the president to Biafra or to the east. Do you know even at this stage we do not have any platform that will make the Easterners, the Biafran people, to come out and even appoint one person to rule us? Only Anambra will bring 1,000 candidates. Delta will bring 3,000 candidates. Ijo will bring 5,000 candidates. Imo will bring 12,000 candidates for one position, and they are going to kill all of themselves before they get there. Why? Because there is no platform in place. We tell you about setting up a government. That is the essence of the de facto customary government. The Yoruba don't shout about it. The Hausa Fulani don't shout about it. They've been able to grow to a level of maturity where they do more than they talk. Where they do more than they talk. And that reminds me, somewhere along the line, when this journey started, we know the truth. But why all of us are just watching some people manipulate this truth, use it to the detriment of the people, and then you are still clapping? Let's go back a little review.
People ask me, how do you intend to defend Biafra without firing a gun? I said, we will agitate. We will keep on agitating, and finally we will go for a referendum. Go to the recordings I made, the broadcast I made in 2012. They're all.
People asking Nnamdi Kanu, how are you going to get this Biafra? He said, we will agitate. We will keep on agitating. We are not going to fire a gun. Now, non-government are pouring anointing oil everywhere. They are finished pouring anointing oil in Imo State. They are pouring the anointing oil in Ebonyi State. And now they are in Anambra pouring anointing oil. Because they are not killing people. They are men of God. Useless set of criminals. How can you be so hopeless that you think that is how your life is going to end? Listen to your supreme mercy. And when we are trying to make people understand that we are getting this thing wrong, there is need to reorganize the stage. But will you understand?
You must come out.
Just hold on.
People ask me, how do you intend to defend Biafra without firing a gun? I said, we will agitate. We will keep on agitating, and finally we will go for a referendum. Go to the recordings I made, the broadcast I made in 2012.
But the point is, what changed now? What changed exactly? What change? If at all you want to do unknown gunmen, have you seen Boko Haram say, we are bombing everywhere, we are killing everywhere, we are... Oh my God, why can't our people see clearly? Why can't we? You have to agree something went wrong somewhere. There is no way escape, no way of escape for anybody. You are a Biafran. It doesn't matter. Play on the sideline. Sooner or later, it will dawn on all of us. we fail to create a platform that will enable us function up our game in the current political position, dispensation of Nigeria, you don't know what is happening. We lose our sovereignty politically and otherwise. We can easily be manipulated, turning us, using us against one another, politically and otherwise. These are the consequences of not being able to create a platform. And if we continue on that path, we will remain in bondage, and we will pay dearly for it as far as the issue is not addressed. Every reasonable Biafran anywhere you are across the globe, with due respect, we understand your education qualification, we understand how wealthy you are, how knowledgeable and experienced that you are. But then look at what is coming. The only sure way for our survival as a people is for every competent member nation that makes up the Biafran territory to take advantage of this platform and let us reorganize the stage, or else we are gone as a people. A lot of things has been damaged already. The danger, the damage done to the image of Biafra, it may take even another decade to control. But it's not too late. Let us reorganize ourselves. Let us have a government who can influence decision for the overall interest of the people, not in a domineering manner. If there were anything called Biafra, if there were need to fight for Niger Delta, if there were need for secession, agitation of any kind from within our region, that means something has been wrong for a very long time. And up till now, being one of the first country in Africa, or the first country in Africa to activate right to self-determination, we are still on the same place. We almost got it this time around. And then some people, the de facto customary government are all standing by to make sure that in the end we have a government in place that will enable all of us to create a platform that can make us compete with other competent members, nation within the Nigerian state. On daily basis, the Northerners are waxing strong politically and otherwise. You don't see how they wanted to mess up Justice Mary Odele and Peter Odele recently. Can you do it to the Northerners? Soon we have forgotten about Onehe. And while we are speaking, a lot of things are being done. It is not because they are too powerful. It is because they have a platform that protects not tenant first. Not tenant first. They tell you, pump and play. But on our side, Niger Delta first, PDP first, APC first. In fact, Biafra last. The people of Biafra must wake up. We must wake up and face the reality. We're trying to correct the whole system. We're trying to make our people see the truth. We're trying to put your feet upon the right path that you must follow. We are not here to kill anybody. We are not here to undermine anybody. We simply want our life back. And this is a game that all of us must put our card on the table. And if we must play any, it must be for the overall interest of all. And so before you come and tell me how educated you are, before you come and tell me how knowledgeable you are, please look at the people who are dominating politically and otherwise. Tell me how educated are they? And of course, this is where we will stop this evening, while we'll continue looking at those who want to turn Biafra land to Somalia. We continue to sensitize our people so that they know the truth and eventually let that truth set them free. At this moment, our lines are open. Our direct line remain 081 221 52971. 081 221 52971. Our direct line once again is 081 221 52971. And of course, our WhatsApp line is 081, I beg your pardon, 070 815 45642 is our WhatsApp line. 070 815 45642. Our WhatsApp line for the last time is 070 815 45642. And of course, the lines are open and you are free to call in. If you cannot access this line and you have access to my private WhatsApp line or other social media platform, you are free to call in and make your contribution. Do not make any mistake about that. The de facto customary government are standing by. And here in Biafra Nation Alliance, we do not have any intention to back down or let anybody sell the next generation of Biafra. We cannot allow that to happen. And of course, like I said, the lines are open and I'll be back in a minute.
Mommy, don't cry. Daddy, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Now we be the Biafra, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. I want you Biafra, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Now we be the Biafra, hello Biafra, hello Biafra. I want you Biafra, hello Biafra, hello Biafra.
Yes, sir. Caller on the line, can you hear me? Caller on the line. Of course. Caller on the line, can you hear me? Yes, good evening from here.
Yeah. Good evening, Doctor.
Ada Biafra.
This is Ada Biafra.
You're welcome to the program.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please, my sister. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to thank you very much. I want to thank God for helping you to come up online again on the broadcast. We give God the praise. I want to thank our director, Mazi Choka from F4 and Mazi BDOBNU, all the de facto customary government, all the pro-Biafrans that have united to make things different from what we have been seeing. I want to say may Ekekere Wachukwu bless all of them. I want to say may Chukwu bless you for giving us this opportunity to talk here and express what is happening so that our people will wake up from their slumber. Somebody asked a question. He asked, which book are we following? are we following? Is it Mandela freedom fight? They counted like 5 people that did freedom fighter. And he was asking the IP, indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu, if they have any of these people that they are emulating. I found out that they have none. When we are still there, we have nobody. We are following their footsteps. Even the devilish ones, even the wicked ones, like or those ones that are killing, so that we will know where we stand. None. That's when I know that these guys have planned this thing from day one, that is going to destroy the Biafran people. I think that one of his men came to my inbox and said that if we finish dealing with all of you, you will not have mouth to say Biafra again. That is the plan of Nnamdi Kanu. If it's not the plan of Nnamdi Kanu, how did he manage to brainwash us and be telling us that he's in America, he's in his net house? They will make video where the stage is shaking as if he's there talking. Not knowing that all those things are Photoshop. How can we manage to tell the people that are selling akara, that are selling petty traders to contribute money every month to push to Germany, that is talking with Trump now? Trump have left as president. Trump has never said anything about Biafra. He told us to go and die. Oh my God. I don't even know. But I thank God for whom he is. Because for once, he never allowed Biafra to perish totally. That is why he made so many of us, especially the Biafra watchmen, to wake up and start shouting on time. Because all that Nnamdi Kanu is doing is, if you see white, you will follow white. If you see black, you will follow black. If you see green, you will follow green. If you see red, you will follow red. If you see dark red, you will follow dark red. If you see yellow, you will follow yellow. Anything you see, you will follow. He doesn't have direction. He's a directionless human being. All the major thing he has, he never forget to leave his money. That one, anyhow he can do it as long as the money will come to his hand and he will take it. Now all his followers, his sympathizers, his bingos, his alamajiris are now saying that he did not have handwork, that he's a barber in London. Okay. It's now that you are coming up to tell us that he's a barber. But since then that you and after the money have flown to Germany, and him and his cousin sister Nemianya have managed to suck us dry. Now you are coming up to tell us that he's a barber. How can a barber, even if the barber is barbering only president of London, Prime Minister of London, that you will be wearing that kind of Fendi clothes? and you will be driving on private jet. Yeah? After they have sucked us dry, they are now telling us that he doesn't have a handwork, that he is just doing barbering salute. You see how they have come up to destroy so that nobody will talk about Biafra again. That is the plan of Nnamdi Kanu. That is why Nnamdi Kanu was able to collect money from Fulani and assured Fulani that he will make Igbo land a Fulani land. He assured them that he will hand over Igbo, the heart of Igbo land to Fulani. That's why Fulani went back and he unleashed his bingos, the ones that he was able to brainwash very, very well. He made them to go and launch his dragon, the demon that he worships, the occultic world that where he belongs, and they launched it and made sure that nobody disturbed them until 24 hours. They slept there. They made sure some people who came to interrupt them to make it not to work. They pushed them. They killed so many people in that place. They went to launch that dragon. After they launched that dragon, now they cannot stop putting anything Biafra. You can only see dragon flag on his back. That's a small flag that he always put in his this thing. He removed it. The people of Shabbat, he brainwashed and was tying their towel on the head. He removed all of them because he has succeeded in raising dragon flag. He has succeeded in raising dragon flag. He likes snake. And that is why he abandoned all those things. That time that he launched that dragon flag on that December, he removed everything, removed anything about Biafra. He was just using the name. When he was broadcasting, he would just mention the name 1 or 2 times to make the people that he was brainwashed to believe him. For Nnamdi Kanu to collect that money collected from Atiku hand and P2B, if that bingo, that one knows that he collected that amount of money. Nnamdi Kanu knew that Buhari money is there. Nnamdi Kanu knew that. Make sure that Igbo land was burnt beyond repair so that they will take over Igbo land. And then Nnamdi Kanu is doing it. And so many people are stupidly telling me that they are somebody Nnamdi Kanu. I've told them that the case of Nnamdi Kanu is hopeless. Hopeless. It's a hopeless case. So let them go continue dying. The orgy that came out the other day, maybe because of the innocent people he helped Nnamdi Kanu to kill. Chukwu Abiyama did not allow him to hide. He brought him out. He started shouting, going to field station, filling his car, doing all these things, collecting biscuits to go and eat. After he died now, they denied him. As usual, as they are like father, like son, like DOS, like Nnamdi Kanu. They denied him. They are now saying that he was DOS. Do you remember that this face, I saw that time they started sit at home or sit at home, whatever. One man was going to buy drug for the sick child. They started flogging the man. That is the man they killed that day. I saw that boot he was wearing. I saw that clothes he was wearing. Though he used something like a masquerade to cover the top one. But that is the man. He was flogging that man, flogged that man fall down from that motorcycle that he was going. He was begging them that it was his child that is sick and he want to go and buy drugs for. They refused, flogged the man and said that they are just messing running away. It was the same suit of these people. They are now denied the man because he's dead. The remaining bingo went and said that they are raising Biafran flag because Nnamdi Kanu told them to do that and to raise Biafran flag so that after Biafra had been restored through the diplomatic means, he will, if the Nigeria give him amnesty as a militant that he is, not a freedom fighter. Anyway, after they release him with his political whatever, now he will come and claim that he raised the Biafran flag on so dates. That is exactly what they are doing. Those games is nonsense. I have told the boy state children, if you like, go and do Odeshi water, Odeshi fire, Odeshi whatever. If you like, let them give you all their money to go and do Odeshi. If you like, jump inside boiling water or frying pan and come out. If you die, you are going to hell. If you hear our voice and you did not hearken to this voice of truth, and open your eyes and run away from that forest that you are now, hungry, they kill you there. Let them continue. Thank you, Dogba. May Ekekere watch Kadama bless you and keep strengthening you and every one of us. We will protect all of us. Nobody will die for Nnamdi Kanu. We will live and see Biafra restored. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining me this evening. We continue to sensitize our people and hopefully they will be able to get the truth. Of course, the lines are still open and you're free to call in and make your contribution.
Hello Biafra, now we be the Biafra. Hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Onyibe Biafra. Hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Now we be the Biafra. Hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Onyibe Biafra. Hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Freedom is here. Hello Biafra, hello Biafra. Onyibe Biafra. Freedom, freedom is here. It's hey. Yeah, 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 yeah. Na, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Chupaki Hey, Papa God, I want to thank you for this beautiful thing what you did do for us. Finally Biafra is here, so make you never give up. I know yes, they killed us many years back. I know yes, they try to pull us down, but this kinda work this way. Thank you for all the good things. Now you don't make us better. Now everything done better. Now thank you for the good things. See everything
on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Hello, good evening, dear man.
Good evening from here, Mazi Udowili. You're welcome to the program.
How did you discover it's me?
My brother, as many that are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. You're welcome.
I was surprised when I saw you on air. I was like, gosh, those that has not given up in this struggle, may God bless them. I can't thank them enough, because this is not just for one man alone. It is a collective duty of all of us who believe in this freedom, and only God in heaven, who sees what ordinary man could not see, can pay back each and every one that has stood in the gap in this most difficult time in the history of our people. At this point, I must say my name is Onyibe, and I'm from Batata is in Anambra Province, Biafra land, and I'm serving the people of Biafra here in South Africa as the National Administrator of Biafra Nations Alliance. We are BNA. Biafra Nations Alliance is the group that has determined, under the platform of truth and honesty, that Biafra shall be restored, not with lies, not with deceit, not with propaganda. The time for deception has come and gone. This is the time to face the reality. There is no shortcut to heaven. Anybody who wishes to go to heaven should prepare to die. And anybody who wants to restore Biafra should prepare to speak the truth at all time. At my discussion today with one of our fellow comrades, I said there was a mistake, but all hope is not lost. I said we can still do something, we can still achieve. Many will die, a lot of blood will be wasted, that we know, because a lot of brain has been brainwashed, a lot of emotions has been captured, and the only thing we can do is to keep enlightening our people. Sooner or later, that's what they say, their seeing is believing. From what they see with their eyes, from what they hear, they can put one and two together and say and ask themselves a reasonable questions. Is that the reason why we all gathered here for? Look at the Yoruba land. From the incident of NSAS, Lekki Tollgate, right? Till date, after the incident of Lekki Tollgate, there was no more destruction in Yoruba land. They learned their lesson. They called their people to order. They discovered that there was an antelope. And they said, look, we can't allow somebody to come and destroy our place with microphone. The Yorubas are wise, I can attest to it now. Before I used to thought Igbo people are clever. They are wise. But from what I'm seeing today, for someone to accept his land, his home, to be turned to a theater of war, for something you don't even know anything about, it makes me to understand why we are where we are today. Ojukwu fought for Biafra with his own knowledge at that time. I learned that he told those who were about to embark on this journey together that a lot of war carries a lot of things, and they said they don't have choice, they have to face it. And they all face it according to the story. I was not there. Today, before Ojukwu left, he said he do not think that war is necessary any longer, that it will be a mistake for anyone to talk of war. In that case, he's trying to ratify what has happened between 1967 and 1970, that there are other ways that they will have gone by, that they will have followed it, that they did not consider at that. But having had the experience of the past, he now know better. He now know that there are other ways that this thing can be solved or resolved without going to full. We restore Biafra without shooting one bullet. I repeat, he said. Nnamdi Kanu said, that criminal who don't know his name said that Biafra will be restored without shooting one bullet. All of a sudden, he turned around and tell the people again that he is not floating Biafran army, is floating Eastern security network. From that his floating security network to unknown gunmen, he said is the spirit of the dead. From the spirit of the dead, he gallivant, find himself where nobody knows. And I've asked the members of IPONC, those indigenous people of Nnamdi, guys tell me who Nnamdi Kanu told that is going to Kenya? One. Who and who knows that he was going to Kenya? And what was his mission in Kenya? If you can't answer these two questions, then hide your face. Person who sing music say, if you no get money, if you no get answer to these questions, hide your face. You see IPONC, DOS. You see what in the column, Simon Epa, DOS. You know his own DOS is different. American DOS, they're different. China Sangworo DOS, they're different. Rabbi Chance DOS, they're different. Where is Eke Eke? His own DOS, all these people are categories of nonsense. All of them are the lost sheep. Atoro Murebuno Bakanwa. It's unfortunate that our people have been brainwashed for years, but I'm begging them. I'm begging them. Our people. Pekin, where don't make 1 year, don't get teeth. The bat will fly over an Iroko tree. No be small bat again. Let's go back to the drawing board and start from where we stop. There is still hope. All hope is not lost. Forget about the politicians who are catching our feelings. They are catching our feelings. For those who service lands, they are catching our feelings. Abaribe will no fit boast of any achievement since he become politician. 2-time deputy governor, 16 years in the House of Rep. What has he achieved? Nothing. The only thing he achieved is he gave Nnamdi Kanu bail. Fine and good. And after that, what happened? Our land is now the Somalia. of you who were not born during the war, I was not born then. So I cannot boast of what I am not part of. Now, I learned that there was no gunshot in Lagos during the war. No jet fighter in Lagos bombing during the war. People in Lagos were going to school, Ibadan, and etc.
People in Bendel State were going to school on scholarship.
They don't know. There is not anything like war. You know why I use this area for example is because north is very far. So if those in Lagos, Benin, Bendel, they don't even know. Even Enugu, some part of Enugu, because Enugu fell, is it 3 months or 6 months when the so-called war started? We are going to school, and the rest we are dying in those numbers that was estimated as millions. Have you asked yourself, why is it like that? What makes it to be like that? The simplest answer to this is, if you fail to plan, you planned to fail. Sometime in the past, I called Radio Biafra. Who was there? Peterson Ike. I said to him, I wanted to tell our leader, then I believed he is Nnamdi Kanu, not knowing that he's even a fake name, that the period we are is very precarious. His decision should be looked into. You don't just decide things anyhow. And he stopped me and said, I said I'm a principal officer. Why should I come to advise our leader on air? I said, sorry, sir. I'm just trying to say what I feel, because I couldn't get him to tell him. Those who tried to talk to him, he told them there is no problem, everything is sorted. He has given directive, and everything that the DOA said is final. Okay, I said fine. If you said I shouldn't advise our leader on air, it's fine. Let me keep my advice. But a day shall come, and that day has come, where I will not only advise him on air, I will tell him that where he is today is not where he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be in the grave. Those who are calling for his release, I don't know where they get the inspiration from. But for me, his place is in the grave and in the hellfire. Special position for him. No Alam more, where he's supposed to be. He's not supposed to be among the living. He did not only lie against humanity, he lied against God. So under these circumstances, well, for those who did Bible study, when you cross the point of no return, that is when your sins has attained over limit. Forgiveness is difficult. Somebody like Nnamdi Kanu cannot ask for forgiveness, not to talk of to say he was not forgiven. So his name is fake, Nnamdi Kanu. We know him with Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, it's not his name. For those who knows him, PRO, their public relation officer, Imapoafo, is not his name. His name is Emmanuel Kanu. It's not his name. You see, so this family is so fraudulent from father to mother. Is a genetical problem. So they are so fraudulent that everything about them is destruction, doom, and destruction. I won't speak much about his father, but he was aware of his son's bad behavior and he condoned it. In the court of law, they said aided and abetted. He is part and parcel of everything Nnamdi Kanu did. And what was his reward? Death. Those who speak Igbo language, they said, the father and the mother died. I'm sorry to say it, but that was what happened. They saw their child following the wrong path. If they have talked to him, advised him, and he refused, they should supposed to speak out. And them refusing to speak out, they are part and parcel of it. And they ate their head. Nigerian army did not kill any of them. If Nigerian army killed any of them, Nnamdi Kanu should tell the court, as he used to claim that Buhari is Hebrew, that they killed his parents. He should tell the court that they killed his parents. Why is he looking for a political solution? And they ask you to go and die. Enter the bush. If you are a youth in Anambra State, if you don't leave, you must enter the bush. Or you join the killer squad and start killing, ravaging, raping. You become herdsmen. Rape every rapeable. My leader, there is nothing we have not seen in the course of our liberation. But there is nothing that we will say today that has never been spoken before. But the difference is, those that we are talking to, are they listening? Do they understand the implication of the situation at hand? We are talking about marginalization by the North marginalizing us. How about the one we marginalize ourselves? In the simplest thing, Igbo language is said, the translation simply means the ear that we hear. It shouldn't be as wide as that cap. Those pan one tapper used to use. They're using to do pan one tapper. It's not supposed to be as big as that before you can hear it. So for those of you who are willing to die for the sake of that criminal Nnamdi Kanu, wearing Gucci of over. The goods in your shop is not up to 1 million naira, but the clothes he put on his body is over 1.2, is over 2 million. But Biafra, if it's not a Biafra, I will die. Over 1 million. It's not up to 1 million. The goods that you sell to survive and sustain your family. But the person that has no job, no history, no reputation, is using the money of those our grandmothers who are selling paper, pure water sellers, or Okada riders. The money they contributed, they use it to go and buy clothes to wear. Push. Celebrity freedom fighter. And they ask you to enter the bush. The word he used to hold them is that these are, how did he say it? Those freedom fighters. He said the worst people you can fight with is volunteers. That is the word he used to diffuse them. He called them volunteers. Or what they tell them, their ear will rise up like rabbit ear. They think he's praising them. The big name that kills the dog. When you are praising the dog, you won't know when you jump inside the deep hole. My leader, let me stop here. I thank you very much. Looking at the time, we are absolutely doing well. May God bless you.
Thank you very much.
All those that are fighting for freedom, genuinely fighting for freedom. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mazi Aslim. And of course, we are inching closer to the end of this program, but the truth cannot be overemphasized. The Hausa Fulani understand the strategy. The Yorubas understand the need to create this platform. The people of Biafra cannot be left out if we truly want to be the author of our destiny. If we truly want that future we long for, that future we desire to be ours, Idoma people must rise. Igala, Iyala, Udeb, Pinapa, Biafran's people from Urobo to Shekiri, and Yoma province down to Anambra, Imo State, Bayelsa State, Enugu State, Ebonyi State, we must begin to converge around one another. Look for how to contact administrators of Biafra Nation Alliance family anywhere around the world. And of course, we will link you directly to the de facto customary government, who will give you the platform to have your own say in our say. And of course, everybody must have their say in our say. Don't let anybody deceive you. We keep shouting we are South-South. We keep shouting we are Southeast. We keep shouting you are PDP, you are APC, you are ABGA. Without the platform being created, I tell you, we may not survive what is to come. But of course, it's not too late to begin to deploy principles that will enable us do the right thing. Biafra land now is gradually turning to Somalia. Those politicians who are paying unknown gunmen, they have their own unknown gunmen. Just think about what you are doing to the people. Benjamin Madubugu is hiding somewhere in Ihiala, Mbose, to be precise. And then he has his own unknown gunmen. Some of them are even Nigerian army. They're deceiving our people. We came out here to protect our people. We came out here to protect their interest. And I hope it's still the same thing now. I hope we are still on that same path of protecting our people. Once again, I encourage you. Nigeria has concluded their election. Nnamdi Kanu is just only looking for where to see, to deliver and document. But this time, nothing to see, deliver and documented. Everybody is watching you. The stage is open. I remember Chinubi Ukafo, 2017, around this same period. She was poisoned. And how did it end? Sealed, delivered and documented. The same music has started playing again. How long are we going to do this to our people? How long are we going to betray our people? Biafrans, wake up. Biafrans in the south-south and the southeast. Biafrans, is the time for you to rise up. Rise up and let us face this challenge together. Don't let anybody deceive you. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Because one way or the other, we will get home. And of course, I thank those of you who took your time to call in and make your contribution. My apology to those of you I cannot take their call at this moment. Tomorrow is another day. We continue from where we stop. Biafra Watchmen will go nowhere. We're watching all of you. And our duty is to make sure that we get home. And home we shall get to. Good night from here, and God be with you. Ndewolo.
We got the Biafra.
to fight and defend my father's land. Me a man now, oh no, no maluko. To be a protector, to be a friend, carry on. To be a protector, to be a friend, carry on. Matter what them do, they cannot bring. Now when you fight, you go carry on. Biafra pick up the pieces of a broken heart and bring them together to achieve it. Go you go. One day by then we are the back. Me know this I ya kunu ba you go down my big go the night, the loud right. Go die go boy ya got the gun. I go my fugo man this all shara in happen. Kiti ya boy ya run the keep on happy. The zuru the sassy se be beni be ya fear ben. Kesi be ya beni kuku kwara ya. Oh yes ya balu manda balu ya. Oh yes panu selo ya gedelo ya. Chuko kike. But this time around I get busy. Make what we want and I want to go. I am we want to be on our own. Our home is our own. We want to be on our own. Our home is our own. We want to be on our own. We do without my Biafra. Me I no fit do without praising the flag up. I no fit do without my father's land. If I not be a friend, oh Onyibe na malugo. About to be a kwetago, si Biafra bukayo. Biafra na my original. Onyibe na malugo. About to be a kwetago, si Biafra na we own.